Thanks for clicking on the video. Today we're going to look at 10 games that I'm looking forward to in the month of February, plus some extra news. First up, Legendary Tales is coming to PSVR 2 and leaving early access on Steam. Now, I played a super early version of this game on PCVR about a year ago, and the physics were really awesome, and for those who invested in early access, came away pretty happy. Now, personally, I can't wait to play this game on PSVR 2. It's said to be running at a solid 90 FPS, and the game will look ultra sharp, as the developer puts it, because I believe they're going to be using dynamic foveated rendering, and if you've seen the games on PSVR 2 using this feature, they tend to look absolutely awesome. It's obviously got online co-op, but now has the inclusion of cross-platform play with PCVR players. So this puts Legendary Tales right up on the list as my most anticipated game this month, and it's coming February 8th. Next up, we've got Madison VR. Now, personally, I'm a massive fan of horror in VR, and Madison VR plunges you into a deep and terrifying world. With the utilisation of an instant camera, you must bridge the gap between our world and the unknown. You must take photos, develop them by yourself to solve puzzles, and explore the shadows, and above all else, survive. Perp Games recently dropped 10 minutes of gameplay over on their YouTube channel, and while it did look a little bit more of a slow burner than I expected, it's still dripping in atmosphere and looks really intense, and I can't wait to review it later this month. Now, if you've been watching my socials or listening to our weekly podcast, VR Crewcast, you'll know I'm massively looking forward to Heartshot VR. Heartshot is a story-driven VR espionage thriller where fast, chaotic gunplay meets retro-inspired cinematic environments. Armed with high-tech magnet gloves, you can seize weapons from fallen enemies and manipulate your environment as you make your way through a mysterious subterranean complex. Now, like most of you, I've been burnt by trailers looking far better than the game actually ends up being, but this is a gameplay trailer, and I think it looks absolutely amazing.
At least you'll be well equipped.
Ghost of Tabor is a VR FPS, PvP and PvE survival game where you'll use your wits, skills and resources to survive. Inspired by games such as Escape from Tarkov and DayZ, and featuring different scenarios from scavenging to looting and crafting, it's now officially coming to the MetaQuest store, and it's safe to say this game already has a pretty solid player base. Now, for most people, this can be quite a harsh experience at first. You need to regularly eat, drink and find resources such as fuel to even keep the lights on in your bunker. But trust me, stick with it. You'll be scavenging, extracting and selling all your loot in no time. It's currently available on Steam and via AppLab, and it's soon to be coming to PSVR 2. Vail VR appears to have finally found its feet, with currently posted on their socials that they've got their highest number of concurrent players ever due to the game being on AppLab. Well, now it's coming to the official Quest store, and I believe Vail VR is a good first-person shooter. It's done so many things right, and it has a really decent esport following already. And on February 15th, it's going to hit a much bigger audience. I recently tried it and came away quite impressed with what they've achieved on a standalone headset, considering this game was developed purely with PCVR in mind. Now, everything that made it interesting and an intense FPS is still there on the Quest, and they've clearly added more content, game modes, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out later this month.
Collect the orb from the enemy and return it safely. Reset. The enemy scored. The enemy collected our orb. The enemy dropped our orb. Orb captured.
Undercover looks to be as close as we can get to a time crisis in VR I've ever seen. The graphics genuinely look like a PS1, PS2 style, and the entire game can be played cooperatively. I'm on the fence how this is going to play though. I'm a massive fan of the Time Crisis series, and if they can pull it off, it could be brilliant fun. But without a pedal to duck behind cover, I'm assuming all of us need to get our legs ready for quite the workout. That is, unless you cheat and use the crouch button. Either way, I'm loving the way these guys are leaning into the nostalgia, and everyone loves co-op in VR.
I am an artiste. Sun's out, guns out. Bingo. What have we here?
Pitchforks, now!
Max Mustard, developed by Toast Interactive, the developers of Richie's Plank, seem to be putting everything into their new platforming game. I did some playtesting in an early build, and while it looks super cute, I think players will come away pretty impressed by how challenging some of the platforming actually is. I've not been that excited by many VR platformers, especially since Astrobot on the original PSVR was simply so amazing, but I'm very much looking forward to checking this out later this month. Now, Contractor Showdown is opening up its beta for only 5,000 players on Steam and MetaQuest starting February 4th to February 25th. And I expect a lot of changes have happened since the alpha, as Caveman Studios are involving the community to help grow the game, which has me personally massively hyped. One thing I absolutely love is Battle Royale games. I do love Population 1, but something about Contractor Showdown just seems to be a bit more military based and a bit more realistic. Make sure you stay locked into the channel, as I'll have a gameplay video for you guys very soon to show you all the goodness that is coming in Contractor Showdown. Now, Stranger Things is coming later this month, and after going hands-on with the mixed reality part of the game, I'm actually pretty looking forward to trying what the actual single-player campaign is going to be. I'm a fan of the TV series, but playing as the baddie Vecna could be pretty fun, and it sees you going around trying to kill the heroes of Hawking. You get to invade the dreams of your favourite characters, and harness telekinetic powers to possess minds and battle creatures. Now, this is developed by Tenderclaws, who are known for quite impactful visuals, which pretty much have players torn when they see them in the headset. And the game has already been delayed, so I'm on the fence in terms of hype, but I'm still very much looking forward to jumping in. Dragon Fist VR Kung Fu is also coming this month, and most of the people I know who have played it seem to absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of games like Street Fighter and Tekken, so I have to keep my expectations in check, but I'm still looking forward to checking this out. Before I let you guys go, jump into the video description and join the Manneqin Discord. Fast Travel Games seem to be gearing up for some sort of alpha or beta, because suddenly their Discord has jumped up to nearly 1,000 members, and from their social posts, I guess something is going to happen pretty soon. Now, I've already played a very early version of this game, and it was lots of fun, so make sure you jump in and let them know that you're up for helping out. Thank you ever so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and let me know the games you're looking forward to playing this month.